Tucked away in a garage of a nice neighborhood in north central Denham Springs, you'll find a 14-year-old freshman at Live Oak High School who's one of the top-ranked athletes in America in the sport of weightlifting.
I don't talk about it a lot, but if you ask me a question, I'll tell you some things, but I'm not like, bragging about, I get to go work out, I'm number one. Like I just keep it quiet, just do my thing and just keep it going. Or they don't believe me. They think they're better than me, and then I'm like, I don't say anything. I just like, okay, and I just walk off. But then they realize it because, everybody's talking about it, and then they search me up and they see that, and then they actually start believing me then.
Since the age of 8, when she was first introduced to lifting at her dad's gym, Bryn Catalano has been about winning. After 1 year, her form caught the eyes of former Olympian Matt Bruce, who instantly wanted to be her mentor.
He saw her working out at the CrossFit gym that we had moved over to stay in the realm where I was coaching at Red Stick CrossFit. And he saw her working out one day, and he asked me, "Is that your daughter?" And I did not know Matt at that time, and I knew who he was though. And when he asked me that, I said, "Yeah, it is." And he said, "I'd like to coach her." And I said, I would be honored if you did. So from like 8 to right at 10, he was coaching her, which was great to have somebody of that caliber, looking over your daughter.
The lifestyle for this competitor is very disciplined. 90 minutes of lifting at 4:30 in the morning, followed by a full day of school, volleyball practice for her school team, then back home for a second round of lifting before dinner and bed. Quite a long day for anyone, but certainly for a freshman who admits she has her moments.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. But then I think about it, and I'm like, but I do. I want to win. I want to be the best. I want people to look at me and be like, she's really putting the work in. And when people hear I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to work out, and they're like, there's no way I would ever do that. And that's what I think about it. I'm like, that's the difference between me and them, is I'm willing to do that so that I can achieve my goals.
As a dad, I can't do anything but well up and be very extremely proud of who she is as a person and what she's accomplishing as an athlete and as a person, as a student, as a daughter. So it's a little emotional sometimes. I get choked up.
After her first ever meet, she was ranked second nationally for her age. She won her first national title at the age of 9, then won nationals again for the age group of 11 and under. Her accolades are proudly displayed on her wall of medals, with room to add many more. Earlier this year, she captured silver and bronze medals on Team USA at the Pan Am Games in Ecuador, her first real international competition, one she said was full of memories.
You have all the countries in the same hotel, and we're all meeting each other and using Google Translate to talk to each other because we don't know what they're saying. Not a lot of people get to experience that. And then I was like, it finally hit me I'm international, competing against other people of other countries. I'm one of the best that USA has to offer.
She's preparing to travel to Tucson in December to compete and solidify her spot on Team USA. Her goal is to set personal records of 90 kilos on the clean and jerk and 74 in the snatch, which would set an American record. Then it's off to Peru to take part in the World Games and meet more international friends, with the ultimate goal to represent Team USA in the Olympics, most likely in Australia in 2032.
When I go to the Olympics, I want the Olympic rings right here, right on my arm. So that's my biggest goal. When people hear that, they're like, they don't really believe me, and I'm like, I'm serious.
It's hard to imagine passing this home gym in the garage. You'd find a quiet, humble, ferocious competitor who's one of the best in the nation, on the path to becoming one of the best in the world. Maybe the only thing more impressive than her strength in lifting is her perspective on her success and the example she sets for her little brother, who's also just now getting into lifting, and the influence she has on those around her, most notably her coach, who she also calls her dad.
I get to say I have the best coach and the best dad. He goes through everything with me. When we go to other competitions, they ask me who my coach is, I'm like, it's my dad, and I'm proud of it, because he's my #1 supporter.
I've actually learned to kind of take a different mentality. I want to have very strong daughter out in this world, because this world is rough.
I want to start doing this. I want to accomplish this goal, so I'm going to go for it. And if I inspire other people to do it with me, then, you know, hopefully I will, and then we'll have more people, more girls doing this sport. Do whatever you want to put your mind to. Don't let anybody else make you believe that you can't do it.
Go!